I know it's an old line. You and I could make beautiful music together. Easy to say, not very easy to do. You do realize I'm talking about beautiful music.
Take note of the Ariana String Quartet. The quartet has gained a stellar reputation as one of the finest chamber groups in the country. It was formed in Ohio in 1992, but its members make their home at the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
I'm a founding member of the Ariana Quartet from 1992. Kurt Baldwin. I'm the cellist. We play music from as early as the mid-18th century up until to music that's being written now.
My name's Robert Meyer, and I play the viola. Playing in a string quartet sort of like being a kid in a candy store, because there's so much great music. I mean, Beethoven wrote 16 quartets, and that's just Beethoven. And Mozart wrote many, and Haydn wrote about 63 quartets. So each season, when we're programming the works for the next season, we play between 12 and 15 pieces a year.
I'm John McGrosso. I'm the first violinist of the Ariana Quartet. Before I joined the quartet, I was in the St. Louis Symphony here for 7 years, and I really had a great time with that. But there's something about this literature just written for 4 instruments and the way composers can evoke so much power and so much directness and so much intensity, and can also be so personal, and often can manage this at the same time.
I'm David Gillham, and I'm the second violinist. I joined in January of 2005.
Is there still an adjustment period there, or do you feel like you've pretty much integrated in?
Well, we're getting to know each other a little better. I think we're learning more about each other, but I still think that there's, I think for a quartet to really gel after one member changes, it can take upwards of a year.
Having the Ariana String Quartet here at the university is part of a long-range plan launched by Chancellor Emeritus Blanche Toohill, for whom this Performing Arts Center is named. That plan is the development of an entire arts district in this section of the campus. It's intended to enrich not only students majoring in the arts, but the entire student body and the entire St. Louis area community. When the Ariana Quartet moved to UMSL in 2000, John Hylton was chair of the music department. Now he's Dean of Fine Arts and Communication.
And my main interest at that time was to engage their services to teach our students and to work with our orchestra. But as they've been here for these 5 years, I've come to more fully realize how many ways they can be helpful and have been helpful to the university and to the community.
Let's try this just once more in the same place.
This quartet in residence has been building a string department at UMSL from scratch. When the musicians first arrived on campus, there were about 4 student string players, and only 2 of them were majoring in strings. Today, the department has about 30 students, many of them majoring in music education or performance.
And we're very excited about teaching the music education majors, especially because after a very short time in college, they're going to be going out to teach. And it's very important that their education be of the highest level and have the similar intensity that other schools give to their performance majors.
I see your violin's a little different than mine. Your bridge is kind of shorter. So you may actually need to have a slightly slanted stroke.
Well, I was studying at the University of Missouri in Kansas City at the conservatory up there, and I had been in contact with John McGrosso during my high school years. I think I was very timid in my playing, and since I've come here with Ariana's help and friendly music department staff, I've been able to kind of open up a lot more.
One more time, right there, just on the C. That's good. And one more little picky thing before.
Oh, so you're going to be a music educator.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Your teachers here, is there anything about their style or approach that you think you will adopt when you get your own students?
Yeah, I hope to have all of the different ways of saying things. They have a lot of examples and they can say things multiple ways. So if you don't understand one way, you can get it with the second way. And I hope that I can have all of those thoughts also to show students multiple ways of thinking.
These performer educators also pass on their knowledge to students in other disciplines.
For instance, going into a business class, if we can show them how if one person diminishes their input by 5 or 10% and sort of sits back, what a drastic effect it has on the dynamic of the whole group. And so we have to have 100% but not get in each other's way. And that flexibility is very valuable for business students to understand.
Musically, the Ariana Quartet has exposed audiences to new works they might not hear otherwise. This is a movement from Leyendas, an Andean walkabout. It was composed in 2001 by Gabriela Lena Frank and was inspired by folk music from Peru.
When I joined the Ariana Quartet 2 years ago, we were talking about repertoire and what we would play for the next season, and she was the first person who came to mind because I knew she had written this fantastic quartet and a group that I knew was premiering it, so I brought it up.
Right off in the first rehearsal, I was like, this is a composer's dream, because I knew that they would be able to sell the music. I have heard this particular piece played with less comfort by different groups, and it doesn't go over well, so new music can't play itself. You really need to have the right musicians for it.
There's so much great music, and we enjoy playing with one another. We enjoy the process. We're very fortunate to have a home here at UM St. Louis, be building the string department, be part of educating young people, and still working on our own creative process. We don't see an end to that.
There are very few residencies in this country like ours, and we are extremely fortunate because the University of Missouri St. Louis has made it possible for us to be a full-time performing professional string quartet. And that's very rare these days.
I would love to stick around for a long time. I think St. Louis is a great town, and I really like my colleagues, really enjoying working with them and playing with them, and I'm learning new things from them every day.
They're not only wonderful musicians, but they're very nice people, they're very articulate, and they've just been a great addition to the campus.
These are major league players. These are great players you have right here in your backyard.